Hello, everyone. Good morning. This is the morning after the Arsenal Wolves game, and it is game on reactions. And what a result! What a result for the Arsenal yesterday, and going up against Wolves. Just what the doctor ordered, in my view. And I mean, I don't want to be a hypocrite with this because I asked for a result, and you get the result at this time of the season. Doesn't really matter how it comes, it's a 1-0, 2-0, you just get the result and move on. And the performance, you trade that for the result, every single time until the performance doesn't give you a result. Then there's a problem. But I think, there was an opportunity for Arsenal and they took it yesterday. The Premier League is it's really a very interesting league, and this is why it's one of the best leagues, in the world by none. And saying that with respect to the German league, the Spanish league, or the Italian league, but this is the team or the game or the what am I saying? Not the team, but this is the league where teams can actually beat each other on any given day. And timing is very, very crucial. When you play teams at the time of the season, matters a lot. Um, you know, Man City went to Wolves and lost. But that was a different time of the season. Wolves had a lot of attacking threats there. Arsenal went to Wolves, they had really no attacking threat and they labored, got the result. But I think timing is important. A fully fit Wolves team playing against that Arsenal team, yesterday, it could have been a different result. And perhaps that's what we saw, when Arsenal played Aston Villa. Aston Villa, went, to Man City to play. And what happened? They understrength team and Man City put four past them. Aston Villa came to Arsenal, played with their most preferred 11. I wouldn't say, everyone was there, but the people that were there, that needed to be there, were there. Ollie Watkins was there. That was an Ollie Watkins less, Aston Villa, against Man City. So credit to Arsenal, credit to Arteta, credit to the boys. Held their nerve, playing first and got the job done. So you've got to say, that that's something to be proud of. I don't want to harp around, the performance because Arteta persisted with the same system that he played against Aston Villa, and I think that's based on what happened in the first half. And as a coach, you probably want to try your tactics again and see whether it really worked. What do I know? I just don't think that Havertz does enough for me in that number 8 role. Um, and it feels like I'm picking on him. And he's done so well in the last couple of games. I just feel like there are other players in the squad that can actually do that role even better. If you're looking for height, you're looking for composure on the ball. You're looking for someone who can potentially get into the box, because I know that one of the things that you see when Albert plays that 8 role is how many times he gets into the box. And I think Declan Rice can do that. So why not play him in the edge role and let Partey play that number 6? And then it just means that you have a little bit of a balance, in the team, and we're not wasting so many chances. We waste a lot of chances. I mean, right now we are the top goal scorers in the league, and that's because Liverpool and Man City haven't played yet. But even then, you say that, we are losing a lot of chances, and we score a bucket load of goals against, mediocre teams. But sometimes you just need that one goal. The Trossard, that goal from Trossard is the kind of goal that you want in a big game. It doesn't have to be anything special. It's just like you hit it, and I'm sure he meant it. That's what he will say. But you hit it anyhow, and it goes into the top bin, right? That goal is worthy of winning any football game, and we just need that. We need that. There's lots of rumors about who Arsenal is going to get in the summer. Likes of Isak, being mentioned. I don't think Arsenal is going to go for Tony. I just don't think he's the profile of players that Mikel Arteta likes. I think they're probably looking at other prospects in Europe as well. Would I want Isaac? I mean, it's kind of the same, sort of Arsenal player. I think what we need is someone who can make, a difference, can keep, opponents guessing a little bit. Um, so we'll see. We'll talk about, that, much later. Um, Next two games is gonna be critical. Um, we play, the C word Chelsea and the T word. I don't want any of you to put those words together into a word, and what does that mean? And those that get it do. But let me know what you think about the performance, against Wolves. The results, more importantly, are we back on the right track? Was that enough to convince you that we have, arrested the blip? We play Chelsea on Tuesday. I think, you watch Chelsea and you just don't know which Chelsea team you're going to get. A bit like Aston Villa. With the difference with Chelsea is that they do have a player right now who can hurt you. And Cole Palmer, has scored what 20 goals this season. I would imagine the last time they had, someone like that was probably Hazard. Frank Lampard obviously comes to mind, who was regularly doing 20 goals, every single time from the midfield. But, you could argue that Cole Palmer is not really a forward. And so if you're hitting 20 goals, from, the midfield, that's really good. Even Saka hasn't done that. So you've got to seriously look at the threat that Chelsea has, and they're going to be reeling from that defeat. They had chance after chance after chance. It's really funny football because earlier in the week you watch Man City play Real Madrid, and Man City had chance after chance after chance, and they lost. And then it was as if they reversed the karma for Chelsea. And Chelsea had chance after chance after chance, and they lost. So I don't want to say that Arsenal is going to have chance after chance after chance with Chelsea, because that would not be what we want. We need to win against Chelsea. We play at home, and we play a team that can hurt you in so many areas. Hopefully, Nicholas Jackson doesn't find his scoring boots by the time he plays Arsenal. He does get into some great chances, though. He gets into position, just doesn't finish. Uh, um, Listen, we beat Chelsea. If we do that, I think you can start to put the pains of the defeat against Aston Villa into a wider context, because then now it's really looking right. You've got literally after Chelsea, I think it'll be 4 games left, to the end of the season, and you got that big one, against Spurs at the weekend, which you just don't know. Spurs have been on vacation really for the last, I don't know, 1-2 weeks. It's a little bit like Arsenal before we played Man City. So all they're doing is focusing on Arsenal, making that game plan for the North London derby. So I think that you have to throw everything that you know about Spurs out of the window in the sense of that game. Would Ange, change his style? I don't know, but I think he might have some time to tweak and focus on certain areas that they can exploit us. I think that left hand side, already talking about Spurs game, but that left hand side, with Brennan Johnson and the pace that he has with Son, might be something that we look out for. But hey, we'll talk about that game, after the Chelsea game. But now all focus is on Chelsea. You've got to do the win. You've got to get it done. And a draw is not good enough. A draw is not good enough right now until the end of the season. That's what it is. We just have to do it. So let me know what you think. What do you think about Arteta's recovery? What do you think about the games against Wolves? What do you think about the Chelsea game? How do you think we should approach that game? I still didn't get what I wanted. Jorginho rested. That was great because I think he's going to play in the Chelsea game. But I wanted to see Partey. I know he came on as a substitute, and you can just see I'm going to watch the game a little bit more and look at some analysis, and and see, because I still think that Partey offers so much more when he comes into that that midfield and what he does linking the defense and attack. I don't know if there's a player, that has got that in the Arsenal team, and I just don't know why we don't use him enough. So check out my video on the Bayern reaction, because I really talked about why Ateta doesn't trust the Arsenal player. So let me know what you think. If you think I've got a point with that, put it in the comments. And as usual, guys, like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. The more that you subscribe to the channel, the more you like the content, the more it gets promoted. So other people also can get to enjoy this as well. So as usual, thank you very much. Have a great Sunday.